Has been plastered all over the news, the internet, social media, all of which children have access to. How do we talk to our children about the tragedy in Newtown? And joining us this morning on Good Day mental health counselors Jada Collins and Janie Lacey. Ladies, both of you, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
I don't know how it was at your houses over the weekend, but we largely kept the TV off because we didn't want our young children to hear this news so that the conversation really didn't even have to come up. I'm not sure if that was the best way to go about it or not. Jada, let's start with you on this. What kind of advice are you giving to parents?
Well, first of all, this is a really difficult topic to even approach, and it's really hard to explain the unexplainable. If they're young children, I would say that you don't bring it up. However, if they want to talk about it, definitely listen and just make sure that they're comforted at the same time.
And Janie, this is a tough call to make. So our children do not know about this. We did not bring the subject up with them. However, at school today, it's very possible that they are going to hear about it. So then we're sort of left to sort of backtrack and say, okay, yes, it did happen, and here's what happened. How do you talk to them about it?
They need to hear it from you, but you do want to go ahead and shelter them from all the news media and not have them see so much of it. So you do want to limit that, but you do want to have that conversation with them, and you want to know your children. Some children need to talk about things to get their feelings out, and that's how they're comforted, where others need to internalize it and they kind of think through things themselves.
But Jada, I guess we do have to use some common sense. I mean, we certainly don't want to frighten them, and we don't want to give any kind of gruesome details. Is that right?
Absolutely, and I agree with Janie as well. In talking to them, it's very important to maybe not give the gruesome details. However, the younger children, it may not be the best to give them or to talk to them first about it. The older children, absolutely, let them hear it from you, and also listen to them. If they're angry, if they begin to act out, if they begin to display certain behaviors, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that you comfort them, validate them, and let them know that what they're feeling is normal and natural, and make sure that you provide a safety net or a safe place for them.
Ladies, let's talk mental health in this country, because this is obviously an issue that is going to be talked a lot about in the weeks to come. Everyone wants to talk guns, but how important is it that we address some of the mental health issues in this country right now? Janie?
This is a comprehensive issue, and it's not necessarily just about guns to mental health. It's a variety of things, but mental health does play a factor in this. I mean, just thinking about what happened, there has to be some type of not right with him, so to speak, to do such a tragic issue. But a lot of times when we backtrack and we look at all the school shootings, we can see all the signs that were there. There were red flags that were there, and I'm sure as more details come out in this case, we'll see the same thing. So there's a lot of times when people around that particular person that has severe mental issues, they don't know how to intervene, so they'll kind of will make excuses for them. But there are things that could have been done, I'm sure, in this case as there were in the other cases.
Jada, would you like to comment on that?
I would, and it's very interesting because the family members, the friends, and even some of the church members are, for the most part, kind of the gatekeepers for these mental health issues. It's the people who are closest to them that are able to detect the maladaptive behaviors, and I'm sure there were red flags in this, but we just kind of missed it, I'm sure.
It's sad. We all need to be so much more aware. Jada and Janie, both of you, thank you so much for coming and talking about such a tough issue this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, I'm Jada Jackson, licensed mental health counselor, and I believe that life change begins with a healthy relationship between the counselor and the client. Now, at our private counseling firm, we believe in creating a very safe and protective environment for our clients. Now, although I'm a licensed mental health counselor dealing with very complicated issues that include anxiety, depression, grief, trauma, and sexual abuse, I'm also a life coach, and that means I deal with very common life transitional issues and career development challenges. Now, counseling is not an admission for weakness or failure. It's a bold statement of power and security and strength. And I want to help you develop a healthy treatment plan and strategy so that you can achieve your ultimate success in life. Remember, your journey for success starts now. Stay tuned for ways that you can contact me today.